Hi and welcome to Ukulele 2, the online course. Today we're going to be talking about transposing, and we're going to be using the transposing key. So at this time, if you would go and get the sheet that says transposing key, and it looks like that. At the top it says transposing key. You'll see some Roman numerals at the top. If you want to pause the video and go get that sheet of paper and come on back, that'll be fine. Okay, we're going to go over an introduction to transposing, and this also coincides with music theory, so we'll be touching on this again. But just to introduce to you what transposing is. Transposing is basically moving the key, or the key of the song, to another key. So for instance, let's say we're playing a song. Well, actually a majority of the songs that we already played in Ukulele 1 were in the key of C. Right here is the key of C. And let's say we wanted to transpose it to key of F. But we just go down on the chart, find F, and we would play the chords that corresponded to the chords that were in the key of C. Once again, we're going to touch on this some more if it's a little unclear. Okay, a couple of things I want to explain to you about the sheet and to keep in mind. You'll see at the top there are Roman numerals. Okay, you see a 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, and 1, back to 1 again. And you'll see under those Roman numerals, you'll see major, minor, minor, major, Dom 7, which is dominant 7, minor, this is diminished, and coming back to 1, major, and then the major chord. And all these letters here on this side tells you what key is in. So all of these are different keys. For instance, this is the key of C, key of D, key of E, key of F, G, etc. Now we're going to be concentrating on 3 keys. That's C, F, and G. And as you can tell there, the C, F, and the G are a little more bolded, so they stand out. We won't be concentrating on the other keys. And by the way, the other keys are missing their sharps and flats. Okay, so I didn't want to put that in to confuse you. I wanted you really to just focus on the C, keys of C, F, and G that we're going to be working with. So when do you use transposing? Transposing, let's say you are playing a song and it's a little too high to sing or a little too low to sing. So what you can do is you can transpose that song, the key of that song, to another key, so it may be a little easier to sing. Or sometimes musicians are playing in a certain key, and these are just examples, in a certain key, and it's a little harder to play in that key. They may transpose it to another key where it's a little easier to play. So it's basically just moving the song from one key to another key. Then that is what transposing is. And you're gonna find that this is really gonna be helpful when you start finding music that you want to play, and maybe music that you want to sing along to, and maybe that original version of that song is not in your vocal range, so you're going to have to transpose that to a key that's more in your vocal range. Okay, so this has been the introduction to the transposing, and you're going to be using the transposing key. So keep this someplace handy in your binder, your music binder, or just keep it somewhere handy, because you're going to always be referring to it during this course. Once again, we're going to be focusing on the key of C, key F, and key G, and keep in mind that I did not put in the sharps and flats for the other keys, so as not to confuse you, and just once again focus on the 3 keys that we're going to be talking about. But this is a rough idea on getting you started for the introduction purposes of transposing. And once again, keep this transposing key handy. And if you need to back up the video, this particular video, and run it again to get a better understanding about this topic of transposing, please do so, because we will be talking about this some more, and you will be utilizing this transposing key in the upcoming lessons. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to move on to the next lesson.